Hey, I'm Patty from Alderman Farms. Do you just love those Chinese noodles at the Chinese restaurant? Those ones that are kind of a little sweet? Anyway, I do. And so I had developed a recipe of making them with chicken and the noodles and soy sauce and honey. Well, then my sister told me about the way she makes them with vegetables added. So I'm going to show you that today. All right, I've already melted and just about burned 1 teaspoon of butter. And so I'm going to add my chicken. Well, I'm trying to add my chicken. And I want to saute this around. Let it start cooking good. I've cubed the chicken, and this is 2 chicken breasts, by the way. And I've cubed it up. And I'm going to go ahead, and as this is cooking, I'm going to add some of this soy sauce that I got. I get this from Azure Standard. And I'm going to tell you, this is one of those recipes where I don't have a recipe for, so I'm actually making the recipe as we go, because I usually just, when I have leftover spaghetti noodles is when I usually make this, but today I've already got my spaghetti noodles boiled, so I'm not quite sure. I just, make it with what I have, so I've actually measured out my ingredients, and so we're going to cook this for a little while. I'm not going to add any salt because this soy sauce is really salty. So I'm not going to add any salt, but I am going to add me some garlic powder. Or I actually use garlic granules and some onion. And I'm going to let this cook up for a while till the meat is done. I may actually put a lid on it to keep some of the juice in there and let it cook in its own juice. Okay, I've had my lid on the pot for about 5 to 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. You see that it's made some liquid down here, and that's what you want. The liquid has kind of cooked out of the chicken because that's what's going to help cook your cabbage. And so now we're going to add our cabbage in, and I have 8 cups of cabbage. Now, like I said, you can put as much. I'm going to go ahead and add some more soy sauce too. You can put as much or as little cabbage in it as you want. If you don't want any vegetables in it, then don't add vegetables. This is just, I just add in what I have usually. But I'm measuring today because I am counting my calories too. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my cabbage in to this. And that's 8 cups of cabbage. And then I have a half a cup of grated carrots. I'm going to add in. And this is about a half a cup or a whole bell pepper sliced. And I actually had this in my freezer. And this is about a half a cup of onion sliced. Now if your family is one that they don't want to see onion or see bell pepper, you can, cut it up smaller. And then I'm just going to kind of stir this together. And I still haven't added any salt to it because the soy sauce is rather salty, but I can always add salt later if it needs it. I'm going to go ahead and add my 3rd tablespoon of soy sauce. Stir that around a little bit. And I'm going to place the lid on this, and I'm going to let all this wilt down. Then I'll taste it and see if I need any more salt. And I usually do add, I'm throwing it out the pot, I usually do add a little bit of honey to this, but I'll add the honey last because I like it a little bit sweet. And just check this occasionally and maybe stir the bottom. Cook it on a low fire. Check it about every 5 minutes or so to make sure it's not sticking on the bottom. It shouldn't. The cabbage should make some liquid also, but I have had it on occasion that it doesn't make enough liquid. You might have to add a little bit of water to it. And also, I want to tell you too, you can buy a coleslaw mix and do the same thing with the coleslaw mix. Alright, you see how I've gotten the vegetables are nice and wilted down, like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and add my spaghetti noodles. I've used the Skinner brand gluten-free. And actually, it's made with white rice, brown rice, corn, and quinoa. I always say quinoa. Anyway, it cooked up to be about 6 cups. I'm only going to add about 3 cups in at first to see if I want to, see if it's enough. And that's about 3 cups right there. And what's nice about this is that the spaghetti noodles kind of hides the cabbage if you have some in your family don't really care for cabbage a lot. And honestly, this doesn't taste like cabbage. It tastes like all the other seasonings that you've put in it. And so it really does a good job of disguising your cabbage. I've actually gotten my grandson to eat this that doesn't eat many vegetables. Or not this kind of vegetables anyway. Alright, I'm liking the way this looks, so I'm just going to stay with 3 cups of noodles in here, but I'm thinking I may need to add more soy sauce, and I still have to add my honey to it. So let me taste this a little bit and see if I need to add anything. It has a really good flavor right now. I like a stronger soy sauce flavor. So I'm going to add 2 more tablespoons of soy sauce. And I'm going to go ahead and add my honey. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of honey in here just to have a little bit of a sweet taste to it. And then I'm going to stir that around and give it another taste and see if that's enough for me. And I start in the middle stirring, and then I just gradually add in my sides. I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of soy sauce. And I think that will be it. So that's a total of 6 tablespoons of soy sauce. Unless I've miscounted, but I'm almost positive that's right. But like I said, do it to your taste, and I don't ever measure. I'm just doing it for this video. I never measure this, I just make it. So each time it turns out a little bit different. So you do it to your taste and what you like. And my soy sauce is a different kind of soy sauce. Usually mine, this is usually darker. And that's just right. Alright, I want to show you what it looks like plated up. You can see that the cabbage is hidden really nicely in there. If you have someone that doesn't really care for cabbage or thinks they don't. You could make it start to finish in about 30 minutes, and it's a very healthy, nutritious meal. Let me know if you try this, and if you do something different. I'm sure you could add your own twist to it. And please like and give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Have a great day.